Right over on the left there, this gentleman.
Would you be willing to share your sponsor voice?
Would I be willing to share the voice? Oh. It's not very good, which is why I said it was a terrible one. And the reason I got away with it is because I don't think he knew I was trying to do a Professor Farnsworth voice. And it's way more British than it actually is supposed to be. Good news, everyone! Terrible. It's really bad. But he had this whole spiel written down for the audition line, and it's basically like, it's a bunch of professor dialogue, and then at the end, he says something like, I could have sworn I put my socks on, and he's supposed to be holding socks, and I'm probably not supposed to be telling you the dialogue, but at the end I ad-libbed, has anyone seen my socks? Dear, have you seen my socks? Oh, that's right, she's been dead for 10 years, never mind.
Oh my god.
And I like to think that's what got me the role.
Oh my god.
Senile people. Yes.
It's a two-parter.
Yes.
How do you like playing dialogue?
How do I like playing Nylog?
Oh,
Who watches
no.
Tome, the Terrain of Magical Expertise? Oh, that's really awesome. For those of you who don't know, I voice a character in my friend's Flash animation show called Tome, which is basically similar to Dot Hack, which I lambasted earlier. But it's actually good. I play the over-the-top role-player character who always says things
Nylog.
like, "No, master of attending Setsucon!"
Woo!
So yeah, that's a blast. That's seriously the best thing.
I just wanted to ask you for the line.
Oh yeah, I can give a line. I have a whole episode coming up. The next one he's working on is completely Nylog based, so...
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love doing that. It was great. We actually have a whole song. Oh,
What?
oh, the TV Tome Adventures? Yeah? Hell yeah, I was glad. That was awesome. But, wait, is it 2:30 now? Oh,
No,
okay,
no.
sorry. But yeah, we have a whole song
Live
for
in half an
Nylog in the
hour.
next episode, which is, it was a
30
lot of fun to
minutes.
record, but the notes were a little too... I'm not a very good singer. I don't know if you guys have noticed. There's a few faces nodding. I'll remember you. I'm signing autographs later. Yeah, and he wrote the song for a pitch that's slightly too high, and so I was really struggling. I was like, "No, look, dragon of destiny!" I wasn't quite hitting it. I sounded like Russell Crowe in Les Miserables.
Oh my god.
I actually recorded a separate version, which was me as Russell Crowe. No, look, dragon of destiny! My Russell Crowe voice. He will be showing up in an abridged series near you.
Oh my god.
That answers your question, right? Okay, sweet. Right here. You did? How do I feel about you naming your cat after Marek? You should have named him Bakora. It makes a lot more sense because he is a kitty.
Aww.
Also, I would not poop in a litter box. I poop in a deluxe toilet. Yes. With the blonde hair, yes.
So obviously your parody songs are a big hit. Where did you get the ideas to do those parodies and why those songs?
Where did I get the ideas to parody Lady Gaga songs, etc., and everything else? From Lady Gaga and everybody else.
Exactly.
I actually love doing song parodies, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Like I said, I'm not a very good singer, but when I'm singing in a character voice, I feel like it makes up for it. Like when you hear Marek sing, you laugh, you know? It doesn't have to be a great singing voice, but... I remember one night I was just singing Poker Face. I was like, can't beat mine, no, they can't beat my poker face. Yeah, wait a minute. Poker Face. It's just kind of like Brooklyn Rain.
Oh
It's
my
gonna happen now. And then 6 hours later, I made a video. Like, it took me 6 hours to make the video. 4 million hits, I think, something like that. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. Then people were like, you have to do another one. I was like, I don't want to do another one just because. I want to do it because I actually have a great idea. But then I did get a great idea, and leather pants kind of happened in my head. Leather pants happened.
Oh my god.
But I gave it to my friend Kermit to animate, and he did a great job. He's the guy who did the Turnip series, by the way. And then eventually people wanted a third one, and I was like, I'm not going to do a third one. It's not going to happen. No, never. Okay.
Okay.
Somebody donated money to charity for me to do one as part of one of my charity drives. By the way, I for those of you who haven't noticed, I've got very short hair right now because in my last charity
Yes,
drive,
yes, I
we
watched
raised
that.
over
I watched that.
$10,000 and I had to shave my head. Kylie Bear shaved my head live on the internet, which was crazy.
It was amazing.
The third, it's crazy. The third song, Pharaoh's Throne, was was specifically requested by a fan. I spent a lot of time deliberating over that one and what the context should be and what the who should be singing. And I figured since Marek had a song and Joey had a song, I wanted Yami and Bakora to have a song together. And I felt it worked very well, and I loved the mixing that Shady Vox did, who makes Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged. As for the other ones, what other songs have I done? I'm on a blimp.
I'm on a blimp.
Well, the Fresh Prince one, yeah, because I mean he's a pharaoh, so that made sense to me.
Oh my god.
Come Sail Away. That's not really a parody. That's just me singing.
Like a boss.
Out There, yes. For the longest time, I wanted to do a parody of the Little Mermaid. Is it? No, it's not Little Mermaid. It's Hunchback of Notre Dame. What's wrong with me?
Oh my god.
But
What
I
is
wanted
wrong
to do a
with
parody of that song just because
blasphemy?
the one line I had in mind was, if I could touch their skin, I'd torture every infant out there.
Oh my god.
I knew Marek would sing it, but I didn't know if it would ever end up happening because that's a difficult song.
Oh my god.
I love that movie as well. But
It's such a good movie. I haven't seen it in ages.
Really hardcore Hunchback of Notre Dame fans back there.
Woo!
Quasimodo! But they come from like random inspiration, and if I could, I would spend a lot more time doing them. But whenever I do them, people seem to get upset, and they're like, "Why are you making episodes?" And I'm like, "These song parodies are hard, guys.
Aww.
I like doing them." But way in the back.
What's your favorite joke from Yu-Gi-Oh! Break?
I'm sorry.
What's your favorite joke from Yu-Gi-Oh! Break?
My favorite joke. Oh. Oh no. I have to remember my scripts now. I'm a big fan of anything Marek says. Anything Tristan says is very funny. One of the jokes that stands out for me just because I didn't expect it to go over as well as it did is the whole, "This door is a bitch!" I was surprised because I was like, this is like a goofy like side joke, and everyone was like, it's the bitch door. Yeah.
It's the bitchy door.
That was a popular one. And also,
I love how it has its own credits. Did you see that?
But from Naruto Abridged, when it cuts, right at the end, it cuts to him going, "I can't stop pooping!" I'm a big fan of that one because I reenact that one a lot when I'm on the toilet. My wife actually makes fun of me because when I'm in the bathroom, I practice my voices. So every so often she'll be hearing from the toilet. I'm like, "I need to go to the toilet, Mariana." Haha, yes! I want to beat you, Flash!
Oh my god. That was hysterical.
You also had a question way at the back there in the middle. Yes. It was taken away. Give it back to him.
Oh.
Never. Serious drama going on back there. Right in the middle there, yes. Yes.
Alright, we're gonna subs versus dubs.
Ooh.
Oh no. No, let's not start here.
Actually, that's not as controversial as the tea question.
No.
Subs versus dubs. I like both for different reasons. And I really don't feel that there's necessarily a contest between them. If I were to choose a preference, I'd choose subs, just because I do like watching the original language of everything. Like no matter what it is. Sometimes I even like watching the original language without subs because I'm a pretentious jackass. I do like listening to the language in the original version of the movie. And I like hearing different interpretations, and sometimes dubs are fun, and so, I enjoy both for different reasons, and I understand why some people would prefer either. Some people don't like to read while they're watching the TV, and I get it, but I'm fine doing it myself. But yeah, I prefer subs, personally.
Alright.
Right here on the front.
So what is your favorite story arc in Yu-Gi-Oh?
What's my favorite story arc in Yu-Gi-Oh? I really like the one where they play a card game.
Me too.
It's kind of hard to remember, but it happened. I'll be honest, I always go back to... I think Battle City is a better story arc because Marek's in it, he's like one of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah.
But I'll always be very fond of Duelist Kingdom just because it's what introduced me and it made me fall in love with the characters. See, a lot of the other story arcs... Oh, Slender Man!
You still have the light.
actually know what happened. I think that was the Shadow Realm we just entered.
Oh my god.
It's this guy's fault. I'm a big fan of Duelist Kingdom just because I fell in love with the characters watching that storyline, and all the other storylines kind of assume that you like the characters already. But I love every character. Like I love every character in the show, but I love Yugi. He's my favorite character in the show, and the Duelist Kingdom storyline is one of the reasons for it. And I really wish I could be more like Yugi in real life. When I talk about him, I always say that he always does the right thing, and I wish I could be that. I wish I could do that, and like I can't. He does the right thing 10 times out of 10, and I do it like maybe 3 times out of 10. You know?
Oh.
It's true. Huh? I did hug a cripple today. That's true.
Oh.
Yugi would have taken the cripple home and given them like cookies, though.
Shaped like Kuriboh.
I live in LA, but yeah. But I love Duelist Kingdom. I love Battle Sea, and I love that one episode of season 0 where Yami sets a guy on fire.
Oh yes.
For no good reason. Well, actually, he's been threatened by gun, but
Yeah, he's been threatened by gunpoint. He had a reason.
The whole show's great, honestly. Somebody on this side. Is anybody with the yellow? Yes.
I'm just getting
yes,
so
sorry.
tired from holding this.
Favorite topic, car games on motorcycles. What's your take?
Car games on motorcycles.
I'm just gonna leave. Why is it a forbidden topic?
It's like a big thing with Yu-Gi-Oh fans. They hate it.
It is? Really?
Seriously? What?
I don't think it is. Yugi, certainly, I don't think he'd be very cool with it. Because his legs are too short to reach the pedals.
Aww.
Like when I came up, when I was conceptualizing the script for the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, not the 5Ds movie, but the Bonds Beyond Time movie, I always pictured what if Jaden, Yami, and Yusei all had motorcycles to play card games on, and then I imagined Yami riding one, and in a little sidecar, Yugi's just like,
Aww. Poor guy.
But, I'm actually not. I don't dislike 5Ds, and I don't dislike the idea of card games and motorcycles. When it comes right down to it, is playing it on a motorcycle really that much more ridiculous than playing a trading card game with enormous holograms that probably cost millions of dollars? I mean, it's all pretty ridiculous to me. So you're just adding a little bit more ridiculosity to the mix.
We love ridiculous. We're anime.
So yeah, I'm fine with it personally. Yugi hates it. Yes.
What do you think about British shows being turning to United States shows?
What do I think about British shows being turned into US shows? I assume we refer to Elementary and The Office. I love The Office. I love both versions of The Office. I mean, I'm sure that there is some sort of divide between fans of it, but the British Office and the US Office are very different shows. The British Office is essentially a show about Ricky Gervais's character featuring a subplot about a love story. The American Office is about the entire office interacting with each other, and I feel like they did a great job of fleshing out those characters for the first 5 seasons or so. Later stuff, not so much. But in general, British TV shows being turned into US shows, I'm for it if they respect the source material. 9 times out of 10 they don't, which is unfortunate. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch Red Dwarf over here, but you guys tried to do an American Red Dwarf, and frankly, it was upsetting. It was almost upsetting as somebody putting a cup of tea in a microwave.
Oh.
She doesn't do that. But yeah, 9 times out
Poor
of 10,
that guy is just getting hammered by him.
4 people doing their own interpretations. Was that the show Wilfred? Is that the new Elijah Wood? That's an Australian show, but I feel like the American version is alright.
Do you ever watch Being Human?
I have watched Being Human, and I feel like they do an okay job of that. I prefer the British version, but they do an okay job of that. It's not like they fail all the time, but I just feel like, why not just bring the British show over sometimes, Because people will watch it. You have a question now this time, way in the back.
What about card games in space?
What about card games in space? Sorry?
Okay.
What do I think about it?
Card games and motorcycles, card games in space.
I mean, on trains?
On trains.
In space, on a plane? With Samuel
No.
Jackson?
They did car games on trains.
I mean, I think space might be taking it a little too far.
Really now? Final frontier.
I don't think Zexal did do card games in space. A lot of people assumed that it was going to, including me. And like everyone was saying, you should make a card games in space video, and I was like, okay, and then I did, and then it turned out the show wasn't about that, and I felt like an idiot. Yeah, I feel like what they've done with Zexal is kind of a step back though, because like with card games on motorcycles, they're adding to what's already there. But with Zexal, they've made the holograms like be on a scouter essentially with the augmented reality, and I'm like, aren't holograms like better technology than augmented reality? I mean, we have that right now. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, that's my feelings on it, I guess. With the Luigi hat, yeah.
Who's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist?
My favorite protagonist. I mean, I've been raving about him all day. Yugi.
More like second favorite, I should say.
Second favorite?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, considering there's Jaden, Yusei, and was it Yuma left? I'd have to go with Yusei. Just because I feel like 5Ds, the characters on that show are a lot stronger than on either Zexal or GX. Just because, I mean, these aren't my words that I'm using. I'm not a huge fan of Jaden just because his storyline seems to be very all over the place. GX in general, I felt like they missed the point because rather than having a beginning, middle, and an end to the story, they had a beginning to one story, and then an end to that story, then a beginning to another story, then an end to that story, then a beginning to another story, and then an end to that story. It didn't really have a big overarching theme to it or anything. I mean, it just felt like two shows that kind of mixed into one. Whereas with the original Yu-Gi-Oh, I felt like it had a very definitive beginning, middle, and an end. And 5Ds, I felt, had that for at least half the show. It had a very strong storyline going for it, with very strong characters. I feel like the 5Ds characters are some of the strongest in Yu-Gi-Oh history. So I'd have to go with Yusei just for the fact that he's in that show, and he's a very strong, like, he's very quiet, but he's got a lot more to him than, say, a Jaden, I would say. Yeah. Over here, the girl with glasses. Who's my favorite Doctor Who? Oh, that is a hard question.
Oh my god.
Now, if we're talking about the new stuff, Tennant, I'd have to say. But like, I grew up on John Pertwee because like we hell yeah, with the Who-mobile and everything. He was a badass. He was like James Bond.
Woo!
He was my favorite, and I love John Pertwee as an actor as well. So he's probably in my heart, my Doctor. I love Tom Baker as well. He's also fantastic. But yeah, it would have to be Pertwee. The Joker, is that the Joker? Hi. DC or Marvel? These are really hard. These are questions, man.
We're a rough crowd.
I like the heroes. Actually, my wife always puts it that DC is more about like just the heroes just are, whereas in Marvel it's more about the science of the hero, like how they came to be. But honestly, I think because you're the Joker, specifically Batman kind of puts DC over the edge for me. I'd say DC is a bit better. I love Marvel. I love both of them. I love all comic books, like the big comic books and everything. But Batman specifically, especially the animated series, is such. It's absolutely untouchable. Whenever I'm on a plane and they say pull down on the marked handle, I always say pull down on the marked handle. Is he here? Does he want me to pull him?
Oh my god.
Huh?
You hear what you want to hear.
I'm sorry?
You hear what you want.
I hear what I want to hear. That's right, I am a great person. Thank you so much. The troll all the way over there.
When you do the recording for Melvin's voice, how do you get that distortion effect?
I'm naturally evil.
Oh.
I just don't show it. It's a really basic process. You just take. I mean, Melvin is basically Marek just a bit lower. Like when I'm doing Melvin's voice, I'm talking more like this than like this. And then I just take the audio that I record and I layer it over the original recording and I pitch it down. So you'll hear this. Only it's more like this. And you put them together and they sound kind of insane. So it's very easy. You could probably do it with like Sound Recorder or something like that. It's a really simple process, and I kind of cheat with it because I'm always like, I want to do a new voice. I can't think of one. Evil demon voice. That would be good. In the second from the back row with the black shirt, I think yes.
How did you do?
the idea for concrete giraffes?
How did I get the idea of concrete giraffes?
Oh dear lord. Oh
Like
dear.
many things, I ripped it off from somebody else. The show Marble Hornets on the Marble Hornets on YouTube is a Slenderman series. Well, probably the original Slenderman series from what I can remember. But the guys who made it basically made it as the storyline is this guy was making a movie. And he stopped making the movie, and then he gave the footage to his friend and said, burn this. And then his friend was like, well, I don't want to get rid of all this footage that we recorded. So he starts going through it, and then he starts seeing Slenderman in the footage, and it's a big mystery, and it's very scary. And the guys who make it are incredibly talented and terrifying. But I saw that, and for a long time I was obsessed with Slenderman, and I still am a little bit. But for like 6 months I was obsessed with the guy. I didn't get any sleep. And I said, I have to do something with that. I'm obsessed. I'm this obsessed, I have to channel it into some kind of video. So I wrote a script and I thought, well, the Slenderman's always showing up in this movie in the background. What if he's just a really avid photo bomber? So I basically decided that Slenderman was this, hey guys, can I be in the movie too?
I love his voice.
That was basically the genesis of Concrete Giraffes. And surprisingly, the guys who make Marble Hornets really like that video. And they want to be in the sequel if I ever get around to making it. I've actually met them at Comic-Con in Alabama, and we were actually staying at a hotel that they used to film season 2. And so I freaked out when I learned that. I was like, we have to go to the room where they filmed it and get killed by Slenderman. Something. But yeah, that was pretty fantastic. How long do we have? 10 minutes, okay. The time for like 6 or 7 more questions. The tea ruiner.
The tea ruiner.
Sorry. I should play what, sorry?
What?
It's a is the dating sim with the bird?
Yes. 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 Please do this.
You should totally play that, Merrick. I would never date a pigeon. They're too small.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, I guess I could do that. It's a free game, right? Well,
Yeah.
totally, I could
Oh
do
my
that.
god. Oh my god, that'd be so
Of
funny.
what? Foo novel. Is it good? It's good? The storyline for the pigeon dating game is really good. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
I will take your word for it, tea ruiner.
Oh.
Cora, you get one more question. Oh. When am I going to make the new Evil Council video? Because obviously, I meant to have it done already, and I obviously left the last one off with a cliffhanger where Marek and Bakura broke up. And I should have made that already, and I do know what's going to happen. But I kind of want to do an interim video where Marek and Bakura are singing somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight.
Oh my god.
Kind of cute. And Bakura is just sort of begrudgingly going along with it. Yeah, but it will happen. Hopefully within a few months, give or take. You know my schedule. Right here, yes. Yeah, I would definitely consider doing another Indecisive Pancake comic. I don't think she's drawn many more since the last few. Yeah? I should totally check them out then. She's a good friend of mine, so yeah, I met her and she drew me this amazing picture of me grinning with a Kuriboh beard. So, yeah, that was fun. Right here with the red sweater. Are there any characters I'd really like to voice act for in the future? Oh gosh. like from anything in particular or just anything? Just anything. Oh. What can you think of anything that I'd like to voice act, Katie? Fairy tale? Why?
Oh my god.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Thank you, you're so helpful. Oh, so I would fit with the theme of Setsucon. That way you could pretend that you did this intentionally. Okay, I will do that. I would love to be in fairy tale.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Anything that allows me to be an evil villain, because I have the most fun playing evil villains. So, something like that. I'd love to be in like an Adult Swim show of some sort. I'd love to be in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'd love to be in the Venture Bros. Hell yeah. You want me to be Lord Ozai in Avatar? Oh, because he's an evil villain. I was trying to see the connection, and I was like, what? I tried watching that live action version of Avatar.
Oh, no.
Tried. That didn't last very long.
Oh my god. I love
Just made that up.
Bless that guy's heart. Bless that guy's heart and soul.
With the Sergeant Frog.
I had an interesting question that's like, me and my friend had a discussion about like, imagine like Yu-Gi-Oh characters as like Robot Master and Mega Man characters.
Okay.
I thought, I imagine Yugi, Yami Yugi as Pharaoh Man and the evil Bakura as Skull Man. What would happen if two of those as Robot Masters interact with each other?
What's a Robot Master?
The enemies, if the bosses you faced in the classic Mega Man series.
What would happen if they faced off a very, very long and tedious card game?
That always happens with robots.
Is that okay? I couldn't think of anything else. What else would they do, I guess?
Okay.
Right over here. I do not play Yu-Gi-Oh! I played it a couple of times, and I used a very, very basic, like, I think I used the actual deck that Yugi used, which is why I lost. I lost every time I played. I actually went to Comic-Con in 2008, where they were demoing the new 5D's rules, because they just introduced, like, synchro summoning. And I sat down, and the guy started, like, rattling off the new 5D's rules, and I said, dude. I've never played this game. You have to explain the basics to me. And he looks at me and he knows who I am, so he goes. So I played and lost to some guy, and it was very embarrassing.
Oh my god.
And at the end,
That's
the
so
guy
funny.
demoing the game said, "It's a shame you didn't have Kuriboh in your deck." And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I think we have time for a couple more. Okay. Way on the middle on the right. Yes.
Do you have any plans of abridging Zexal?
Do I have any plans for abridging Zexal? No immediate plans, although I am in a Zexal abridged, made by a girl called Mana the Dark Magician Girl. She does, it's called Zeal the Deal, I think is the name of the channel. And people say I sound like I'm just doing Joey's voice, but it's based on a series of prank phone calls that somebody I used to know called Blackout used to make, where he played this old woman called Gladys, and he would call people up and be like, "Oh, did you kick my dog?" And that's the voice I kind of went for, you know. People say it's just Joey. Can't escape it. Right here. Oh, if budget wasn't an issue, what's my dream project? That's a really good question. I'm actually writing an original screenplay right now, and I'd love to actually get it made. It's basically a story about a guy who joins an evil cult because he thinks they're very hardcore role players.
Wow.
And he ends up bringing about the end of the world because he thinks he's role playing. It's called Carl of Cthulhu because his name is Carl. Okay, you ruined that one. I'm so sorry. But I would love to get that made if that ended up happening. Otherwise, a live-action Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Yes. Yes.
Something that would be better than the Sonic fan film that just came out.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go to that as well. The lady toward the back there. Yes.
Yugi's all grown up in PS. Do you think he has Johnny's eyes, or does he keep his giant kawaii eyes?
Oh, I hope he keeps his kawaii eyes.
So do I, to be honest with you.
And it's a shame because they just gave him Yami's voice in the dub as well, and I didn't like that. He's like, "Hey, Jaden," and I'm like, "Yugi." Super special awesome. But yeah, I think he would probably keep his regular eyes. I hope so. He's cute, you know?
Oh, yeah.
One more question you have for? One more. Okay. You have a question? Make the comment and then I'll do the question.
Okay. You are the reason technically why I started following Marvel artists.
Yeah?
This one was like, did you see the because
Oh, fantastic.
and then she was like, well, and I was like, okay, yeah, I know this one was well, also go watch it. It was like 9 o'clock at night. So I turned on my computer and didn't watch it again for another few months. That video is what inspired me to actually get
Well,
started on Marvel.
I'm glad I could. Well, I don't want to say I'm glad I could keep you up at night. I'm glad I terrified you somehow.
Oh my
It's all
god.
fault. One more question. We'll
It
do
is all
one
your
more, then we're done. With the hat right now.
You ever worried that someday you're going to be living in LA so long that you're going to like lose your British accent? It happened.
I think I am already. I'm definitely losing parts of myself that are British. I actually went back to England recently and I said, can you guys get me a soda? And they all looked at me and went, because obviously we just call it a drink over there. Can you get me a drink? You know, that's what we say. Or can you get me a Coke? But soda, very American. So they were all very upset.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I'm sure eventually the Britishness will be drained from me and I will eventually have a tan. And I will put my tea in the microwave. That's what's going to happen.
Oh my god. No.
No! Thank you guys so much for coming to the panel. If you guys want to talk to me afterwards, I will be in the